Okay, along with the submit button, I would like to take one another button, get all. Okay, I want to use a method called get all. I would like to use a method called get all. Okay, that particular method should bring the data which is available in the backend. Okay, before that, sorry, before that, sorry, before that, let us provide 1 second, guys. Give me a second. Okay, let us enter some data. Okay, and then click on submit button. So now it is getting saved. Yeah, see here, guys, it is getting saved. And provide third, provide different phone number and different this one. Click on submit button. Yeah, third record also got it. Enough. Okay, few records we have saved in the database. Now our goal is reading the data, reading all formats information. Whenever you click on that, okay, I would like to display this information in the front end. For that, what you can do is, one thing you can do here is, first I need to call the REST service. Okay, for that, what are the steps we need to do? Yeah, let's go to here and then maybe like the first step is provide the button. Okay, and when user clicks on, okay, clicks on, we need to call a button. On click on event, we have to call a method which is available in the controller. Okay, maybe let me show you this diagram. This is the HTML assume. I would like to provide a method called get all. Okay, maybe like this thing like get all button. If user clicks on this, then we have to call a method available in the controller. What is that? Class, component class. From this component class, we need to call the REST service. We need to call REST service. Okay, we have to call the REST service. Then REST service has to return the data. Whatever data it has written, then that written data has to be displayed in the front end. That is what I need to do here now. See here, guys, the first step is what? Providing the button and calling the REST, calling the method from the component. From this component, I have to call REST service. Okay, after coming the data, then we need to display that data into, okay, we need to display the data in the UI. These are the three tasks. Let me provide this. Okay, providing button and providing the button, get all button, providing get all button. Okay, provide get all button and apply event binding, apply event binding. Okay, event binding. Next, okay, calling REST service. Third one is displaying data in the front end. See, if you observe here, there are 3 steps available. We have 3 steps. Okay, 3 steps. So I just divided our task into 3 steps. Okay, even any task, try to divide that into multiple tasks. That is going to help you. That is going to help you a lot to do the things, guys. Okay, dividing. That's what. Okay, divide and conquer, one of the technique. Okay, that can be any kind of complex task. When you are going to feel complex, let's try to divide that so that it is going to become, okay, that is going to become what? It is going to become okay, easy for you. Okay, so after finishing all these 3 steps, you can integrate, or one by one you are doing, and you can integrate it. Integration plan can be, you can plan accordingly. Yeah, so now coming to here, let us go to in the, okay, but you know what is this? This is going to be a front end, right? I'm going to provide one button. So this is going to be something like button. Okay, you remove, don't say like this is type, even you can remove this. Okay, something like type and all, I don't want this type and all. Maybe like I'm going to provide this get all is a button, and then apply click. Okay, this is what apply click event. For the click event, what you can do is you can apply a method called get all. The method can be anything. Yeah, so this method is not available right now, and go to here, and then okay, so provide it within the class. You need to write it. This is the ending, okay, of the class, right? Before ending, provide a method. See here guys. Yeah, just until here, this is the first step I want to complete. Yes, I have completed this one. All right, just for confirmation, console dot, you can say log, okay, we are in get all method. Okay, you see here guys. Yeah, I just want to do like this. Okay, until now whether it is working or not, we'll check it out. Yeah, save this. Yeah, just I have provided the button. This is a very easy task that I have created. I mean main goal is reading the data from REST service, but I have divided into multiple parts. That is what you have to remember always. And get, you know, you see here get all, right? Yeah, why this is coming like this? Okay, why? Because we did not apply any class. You need, oh, somebody open mic. Let us mute all. Okay, yeah, provide button. And if you want to provide other things, maybe like info, you can provide like this with other color. Button is with other color. Okay, otherwise I'm going to provide different color, and I would like to make it in the same line only. I don't want to go to different line. Okay, let it be in the same line. And then you may use like danger. It looks like it looks in red color. Yeah, see here guys. Now if I click on get all, what should happen? Yeah, see here guys. Yeah, you can see once of, yeah, okay, let me refresh it. If you click on this, what's happening guys? We are in get all method. The first step is done. Okay, we have divided 3 steps, right? Apply event binding. Now it is working properly, and we have tested it. The data is, whenever you click on, then it is calling that particular method. Okay, good. Now we need to call the REST service. To call the REST service, what we need, HTTP client is required. To use HTTP client, we need to inject it in the constructor. Yes, and then to inject the HTTP client, we need to import HTTP module. To import HTTP module, we need HTTP module class, and HTTP package is required. Okay, to get HTTP package, what you need to do is you have to, okay, install HTTP package. Okay, so yeah, we have already done in the project. You don't need to do all these steps. You have to use that HTTP client directly. Okay, yeah, now let us go to the TS. Here what I want to do, it's already in the constructor we have injected, right? So that the constructor property is this dot hc dot, we are trying to get the method. Which method? Whatever REST service you are calling, try to test it. REST service, try using the REST service. Okay, where is the REST service where we have to test it? Yeah, come here, Proformer. That is the REST service is what is the all services, all REST. Okay, where you can get this URL, you can go to Swagger, and then you can see all that information, and then select get. Okay, select the get and click on sending. Yeah, see here guys, this kind of information we received. You can see like this preview, or you can say pretty, yeah, it will be looking like this. Okay, this is the data that we are going to receive. 1 second guys. Okay, now we have tested this. I would like to use this REST service. Okay, in the front end. Yeah, remember that whenever I'm using any REST service, I'm coming to the Postman, I'm testing it, then only I'm going back to the code in the front end. Right? What kind of method we have to use? Get method, because the REST service required get method. Which REST service? This kind of REST service. This dot ht dot get. See here, guys. This is the information. And one thing here. So let's look at it, guys. Whenever you are calling the get method requires only this particular URL. Here you need to say subscribe. See here, guys, subscribe. Okay, this subscribe method is going to take two parameters. Both are methods only. This is for success and this is for failure. Okay, whatever you want, you can provide it. Whatever response that we are reading, right, that can be called as, okay, message. Yeah, this argument can be anything, guys. Whatever argument you are using inside this method, you can use that. Yeah, first I just want to get the data and I want to display the data. Yeah, see here, guys, just I'm displaying the data. If error is occurred, then the response is going to come to this E, and then whatever error message we are getting, just I want to console, I want to print in the console. Even though it is error, even though it is a success, I want to print it. This is the second step I want to do it. Okay, yeah, this is the second step. Let us go to here. Okay, now click on get all. Yeah, see here, guys, we are getting the data and we are able to print this information. Now the third step is I would like to display this data in the, okay, I would like to display this data, okay, in specified okay, in specified location in the front end part. That is the third part. Okay, third part. Now you know that if data is available in the property, then that property data can be displayed in the front end, isn't it, guys? The property data can be displayed in the front end. Okay, yeah, you go to the HTML. Okay, after the form, I would like to display the data. What kind of data I want to display? I want to display farmers information. First of all, what I will do is I'm going to display raw data. How the data is coming from backend, I would like to display that data as is. I don't want to do any changes. As a first step, immediately once I'm able to display the data in the front end, the next step is I would like to display the data in the format of table. I would like to display the data in the format of table. Okay, even that is going to be in the format of bootstrap table. I can use bootstrap table and we can do it. That's fine. Okay, so I want to display the data, right? Step by step I'm going to do it. Even this is also going to be divided into two steps. First, what I will do is I'm going to take the property. Okay, yeah, go to the TS file, and then if data is available in the property, then the property data can be displayed in the front end. For that, what I will do is data, okay, farmer data. You see here, guys, this is going to be the farmer data. What type of data you want to take? Yeah, you may specify, you may not specify. For now, you may specify, you may not specify, no problem. Okay, now, okay, just I have taken this property farmer data. Coming to success, when you click on get all, button, then that triggers calling this particular method, and this method is going to be called, when the response is correct, when it is success. Now data is available in this particular object. Now assign this data to, okay, farmer data. This, the property is from a farmer data. For this property, assign response. This is going to be the response. Okay, yeah. Now if the data is available in the farmer data property, this is the property. Actually, whatever response we are going to get, right? When we get all, the response is coming to this particular method. This can be called as local variable. This is available only in this method. This method, this m value cannot be used outside of this method, and m method cannot be used in the HTML as well. So that whatever value available in the m want to set into property. Okay, property can be accessible wherever you want, even in the HTML also. That is the whole idea, okay, for assigning m value to this particular property. All right, once data is available in the farmer property, what you can do, you can print this, okay, farmer data. Just look at it, guys. This is how you can print it. Okay, come here now. Initially no data is available. Click on get data. We are displaying such kind of information. Okay, when you are trying to use JSON data or array or any object you are trying to print in the HTML, by default, okay, it is going to display in this format. Okay, if it contains JSON data or array of JSON data, you can convert this data into JSON by using a pipe called JSON. You know what you can do? Pipe JSON. This is going to help us, okay, in displaying data in the format of JSON. I am clicking on get all. See here, guys, this data is getting printed over here, but I don't want to display like this. I want to display in the format of table. Okay, what kind of table I would like to use? Again, I would like to use Bootstrap table. Let us go to Bootstrap tables. Okay, wherever you go, guys, here you may go to w3schools.com or official website. Both are fine. Okay, yeah. What kind of table is fine? Okay, we are going to take like, you know, let me take this kind of table. What is the code for this? Okay, let's try it out, and in a straightforward I'm going to copy from table. Yes, until table. See here, guys, I'm going to copy and copy. Otherwise you can go to wherever you want, guys. Yeah, which table you like, or you have created your own table previously, you can use that table. It's also not a problem. Okay, so what I can do now, yeah, now here I want to provide the table just for testing purpose. I'm printing as it is. See here, guys, classes, table and table HOR. Just I would like to print a dummy table. I want to test it. Yes, the table is coming here. But now whatever data available, okay, in the farmer data, I would like to use that particular information here. You know that how to use it. Okay, of course, this is just for recalling. For you, this is going to be the recalling. This is TD, that's fine. And then this T body, within the T body, what I will do is I'm going to remove other TRs. I'm going to keep one TR here, and then I'm going to change accordingly. So we need to use, okay, can you please tell me, guys, I need to repeat the TR, right? How many TRs I have to repeat? How many records available in the response? How many farmers information is available? That many TRs are required. Yeah, could you please ping me, guys, what I have to use here to repeat these TRs? Can you please, you know, tell me, guys? NG for, yes, star NG for. Okay, perfect, guys. That's it. That is what we need to use. All right, yeah, let us go to here, and then what I can do, you can come to here and then say star ng for and let f or farmer of, what is the data that we have here, what is the property we have here. Okay, somebody open the mic, can you please? Okay, let farmer of farmer data we have taken like this, guys. Okay, farmer. Now what I can do is farmer dot, what is the property, what is the keys that we have in the farmer? Name, farmer dot name, Okay, farmer dot name, and then what you can do, guys, along with farmer dot name, what are the properties? Phone, very good, and along with that, anybody remember? WhatsApp. Yeah, that's it. WhatsApp. Okay, I just want to use it. These properties. Okay, yeah, let's look at it, guys. This is going to fill up with our data. Okay, by default it is displaying some table columns we are displaying. Why? Because by default no data will be available. Click on get all. So we are displaying such information, and along with that the data is also getting displayed. This is dynamic data. I don't want to display this JSON information. Mr. Phone number. Okay, yeah, okay, we'll do it. Yeah, phone. Okay, all right. Yeah, yeah, I'll correct it. Okay, so instead of name I need to use phone, and then here we need to say what? Name. The headers also needs to be changed. Phone. Okay, yeah, we got name, phone, and WhatsApp. Good. So this information is not required for me. This is not okay. Just for testing purpose, we were printing that. Okay, this is not required now. Remove this. Remove this. Remove this, and then check it out. Oh, okay, it's working fine. But now, of course, we know that if the data is not available, I should not display even this structure table header also. For that, what I can do is we can use the condition, right? Yeah. Can you please use how to use the condition? Can you please ping me, guys? Guys, okay, I don't want to print this table if the data is not available. What I need to use? Yes, perfect. Ngif, star ngif, star ngif, star ngif. Yeah. For what I need to apply, you can apply for the table. Okay, for the table, what you can do, this table is not going to be displayed. Star ngif. Whenever you say star ngif, okay, what you need to do, guys? If the data, what is the data? Okay, this form data. So if the form data, yeah, actually you may take the condition here. Even you don't need to take the condition also. No, not farmer. This we need to use farmer data. I would like to check the total this property. If this property is not there, if property contains no data, I should not display the table. That's why if you provide like this, if it is null, it's going to give you false. If data is available, it is going to give you, okay, it is going to give you true, guys. You don't need to, okay, check it in the ngif, like you don't need to say like, okay, so equal to or not equals to null. That's fine. Even you can use this also. Okay, let's look at it. By default, the table structure is not displayed. If I click on this, then the data is getting displayed over here. Super. And one another point here is the same thing I would like to tell you. Farmer data, even just if you provide like this also, no problem. You don't need to check with the condition with null. You don't need to do null check. If it is null, it gives you true. Sorry, it gives you false. If it is null, automatically it is going to be false. So first time it is false. See here, okay, it is not displaying. You don't need to check with false also. If data is not available, that can be called as false only. No data will be displayed. This is available. This feature is available in Angular and TypeScript. It will not be available in Java. Don't confuse with Java. If it is in Java, you need to say definitely you have to apply this kind of condition. If it is null or not null, we need to apply. That's fine. Okay, so this is reading the data. Okay, this is the reading the data. But okay, I don't want to satisfy with the reading the data, but I would like to integrate the concept that we have already used. Instead of using this kind of data, I want to provide typing. typing Typing means what kind of data we are receiving. Okay, we are reading JSON, that's fine. What kind of JSON again? I need, yeah, what kind of JSON means we are reading farmer data. So that farmer type is not available in Angular now. In your application, there is no farmer type. When, how can you create a type? If you create a class, then you can create the type. That's it, guys. Very simple. We have to create a class for to store the information. What kind of information? Okay, so output is same, but structuring our application should be in a structure. By looking at the code, you have to understand. For enhanceability, it should be enhanced, so that to improve all such kind of things, what you can do is, I want to apply the type for the farmer. Okay, yeah, type means what kind of data we are receiving. I want to put it inside the a Pojo kind of class. What is this? Farmer dot ts. Just simply I'm going to take farmer dot cs and then make it export class. What is the class name? Farmer. Okay, you can take like this. Now whenever you know this farmer, this one, what are the properties available? Name. Okay, this may be the string data type. If you want, you can take it the data type. Phone number. Okay, phone number, and make sure that the JSON data, JSON keys and property names should be same, so that they can be translated easily. Name, phone, and then WhatsApp. This is also going to be numbers. Okay, this is the type that I have created. This is the type, guys. Now how to use this type? Okay, now we are using in the type, we are using here, see what kind of data we are receiving. We are calling this, we are calling the post, we are calling what kind of data. From there we are going to get the data. See here, guys, typing, so that it is going to help us a lot. Okay, so this is going to receive array of what? Farmer. Okay, see here, guys, this can be called as typing. Okay, so that it is going to receive this by looking at this information. What kind of data we are going to receive? Farmer data. Okay, inside the farmer, array of farmer, we are going to receive super. Inside the farmer, what kind of properties available? Yeah, you can go here and you can check it out. Okay, we are going to get name, phone, WhatsApp. By looking at this, anybody can understand it. Why? Because we are not going to deal with one component or two components. We are going to deal with hundreds of components. So we need a structure, we need readability. Okay, so if you don't provide this kind of typing, what happens? Yeah, it is going to work. Yeah, we already worked with that and then it's working fine, not at all a problem. But the thing is, okay, you are going to have less readability and less enhanceability. That's why by looking at this, immediately we can see that, hey, we are going to get farmer data, array of farmer data. Inside the farmer data, what kind of data we are going to receive from the backend? Yeah, you can go and then you can see here, okay, this kind of information is received. If you provide this, yeah, not only here, yeah, I'm going to apply this type here also. Let's look at it, guys. Farmer data is what kind of farmer data we are going to type it. Array of, what you can do? Yeah, let's try to provide like this. Yes, you can provide this type. Okay, if you provide this type, what happens now? Okay, see, it is going to be helpful in the HTML also. If you provide type for this property, go to here, while, yeah, see here, guys, now while you are typing here, let's look at it, guys, how easy it is now. Actually, we did not get any help previously. Now if I say farmer, now we have provided the data, now we have provided the type, right? See here, automatically we got the help here, farmer.name. Why? Because we apply the type. Because of that, because of the type, now this particular, okay, editor is going to help us, okay, what kind of properties are available. It will show you what are the different types of properties available in the format. See here guys, it will help us a lot. So this can be called as typing. Okay, you have to understand this kind of typing guys. What is this? This is going to be the type. All right, we have applied type. So even I have shown you without type, I have shown you with the type. Both are working, both are getting output, fine. But which is better, you say? Okay, which is better? Can you please, okay, ping me guys, ping me in the chat. Okay, after our discussion, okay, which will you prefer to use, with the type or without a type? Yes, obviously with the type. Super. And can you please, yeah, I'm expecting answers from all of you guys. Okay, yeah, feel free to type, even it is wrong, no problem. Okay, and then my another question, get ready with okay, your keyboard. Okay, get ready with your keyboard. Okay, is this dot former means we are getting mutable format JSON, right? Yes, 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 that's an object. We are providing the type. What kind of type? If we provide the type, type is different, object is different. Type is nothing but class. We are going to get object. Okay, what type? With a given type. Okay, what type we are giving? Former type. Okay, this is nothing but what? Array of former. Okay, let me show you this. The type how you are mentioning here means, if you provide simply, see here guys, if I provide like this, if I say farmer data, then how it is going to work? It is going to work like it's a, this type is what kind of type it is? This type is, okay, simply only one object, one farmer object, if I say like this. But I have provided what? Array, meaning that this is going to store what kind of data? Array of farmers. Okay, now if I provide simply like this, only farmer, this data type is farmer object, not array of farmer, just simply one farmer object. Yeah, if I take farmer type, then it will be problem. Why? Because we are going to receive from the back end array of farmers. Now you are trying to assign array, but it is what type? Just farmer type. So that this kind of errors also going to be notified earlier before executing the code. This kind of data is going to be provided. If you don't type it, oh, sorry. Here we need to, yeah, I really sorry guys. 1 second. The type here, I'm really sorry. 1 second. I should not provide here. Of course, we can do it. Okay, come here. Yeah, what is the type I have to provide? Here I have to. I'm expecting what? Okay, this is the symbol for typing, and then provide array and then farmer. See here guys, yeah, this is getting array of farmers object, but we are assigning to one farmer object. This is not correct, because the type, okay, if you don't provide anything, let's look at it guys, what happens? It is not going to give you any error. Okay, if you provide, okay, whatever data you are expecting, okay, whatever data you are expecting, like, okay, you are expecting array, so that what you are specifying, we need to, okay, specify farmer. You come here guys, this dot farmer data m. If you provide, yeah, even if you call this REST service, you are going to get only one farmer object. You have to provide like this, but you are getting one farmer object. You are trying to assign array of farmer. This is also not correct. What is the data you are expecting? Yes, you are expecting this data, array of farmers. The data type is also array of farmers. We have to take like this. All right guys, this is how we need to take it. This is typing, data typing. We have taken the classes and we have taken it. Even while sending the data also, we can do the same thing guys. While posting it, we are posting what data? Only one farmer object, right? That's why you have to specify only farmer. That's it, only farmer. You need to provide only farmer. This dot farmer dot means, because we are sending only one object, that's why we have to provide here post. For the post, we have to use only one. Okay, this is going to be the type. Okay, this is going to typing. Okay, and we are reading the data and then we are typing it. That's how. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm going to take another CRUD operation. We have completed what are the CRUD operations. We have saved it, and then what we have displayed get all. Now I want to get only one particular object. I want to read only one particular object. Yeah, I'm going to show you the scenario in our UI. Okay, before going to that, I would like to ask you if you have any issues.